Hey guys, welcome back. It's me. I took a whole day off because my creativity was like, we were going to do 35 videos every single day for 35 days straight. But even when you're as stubborn as me, sometimes you just know that the wise thing to do is take a day, recoup, recover, go to the chiropractor, live your life. So that's what I did. I lived my little life and we're doing good. What have we missed? We missed the first day of fall. I have like a bug bite on my ankle, the back of my leg. It's great. Itching it right now. I'm that person, okay? I can't not. I can, but I don't care enough to not. Unless someone can give me a good, valid reason not to. Let's talk about something different today since I don't have anything researched because all my projects are like bigger than me and I'm researching so many things. We're going to talk about something that's in the old brain bucket that's not so analytical, and we're just going to see where it takes us. You know, it's going to be great. So, what's today? Friday. It's Friday. Isn't that great? So, isn't that funny? Okay, so there's this other thing, very small side tangent really quick, that like living for the weekend is like a failure mindset. I believe that to some degree. But I've been in quarantine for a long time and it's still exciting to have a Friday. I don't know why that is. I know exactly why that is. Anyways, this makes no sense. I was listening to Tony Robbins, and I often hear him like in my mind when people tell me like, oh, I'm just a little sad. I'm like, oh, change your state. Have you ever seen him? He gives a speech in Australia, and he's moving around. And he's talking about when you're sad to change your state and to just get up and move your body around. And this is one of the reasons why I love exercise. And I actually think there's a lot of science and a belief behind this, but change your state. When I was listening to Tony Robbins, not only that, he was talking about essentially struggle and this human need for purpose. He has these 6 fundamental human needs, which I very much agree with. And he talks about why they all relate. But my point here, essentially, is that at one point he talks about the importance of struggle and he connects that to being resourceful. And he basically was making a case for that some people, if not all people, fail because they lack resourcefulness, not resource, which means I didn't start the business because I didn't have the money. It means I didn't fly to Japan to start a whole new life and live there because I didn't have the money, the time, the job, all the things that people always say, right? Whatever it looks like. All you're really saying is I lack the resource to do it. And then he adds a layer onto this and he says, you didn't have the emotion to create the resourcefulness to get the resources. And I thought, this is a good point, because as much as I value logic, like to its core, and I believe that it's like pure and right and just, like I love that stuff. I'm just a feely human being. I love feelings. I feel all the feelings all the time. And I think that feelings drive success. I think they can also drive failure. And I think that with Tony Robbins, I'm kind of attaching what he's saying in a really weird way. But he's basically saying, if you don't have the emotional fuel to put in the gas tank, you're never going to get the resources that you need to change your life. There's tons of stories of people, if not the majority of people's stories are that of the easy way. And it's often fueled by this weird sense of, I have to do that. I'm growing this web, by the way. I have to do this because society tells me to. It's secure, it's right, and it's the thing I need to do to take the next step in my life. there's this weird idea in our cultures, and I think I know where this is rooted. It's like you're supposed to live all the good parts of your life from 20 to 30. Maybe like teenager to 30. Like you're supposed to do all the big milestones, learn the things, go to university, get married, have kids, and then the rest is supposed to be like the coasting out of your life. You did all the work, now you just watch it coast. Does that make anyone else sick? What are you talking about, first of all? Let me give you some reasons why you're not old, dead, and expired by 30 years old. You're just not. Like, if you're not married, if you're not in the business to be married, if you don't have kids, if you don't have a career, if you don't have a job, if you don't, like, whatever, if you're 50 and this is you, like, it's never too late to just start your life over. Plus, how boring would it be to just, oh yeah, all of my glory years were just this small, like finite part of my life. And the rest of it, I've just, just been sitting back, relaxing, just going to the same old job every day. Like, what? I don't want that. Do y'all want that? I'm a firm believer that the millennial generation will have multiple careers in their life. And if you don't, you're probably doing it wrong. Who said that you have to spend most of your life doing the same thing unless you're so gosh dang passionate about it? Good for you. Good for you. Great. This is great. This is great news for you, not for me. You know what I mean? I can already tell you, I've had so many different career iterations as it is, and we're going into another one right now. I love helping people, and it's all on the main vein. It's all just I don't know. I can't think of a metaphor. Just right down the middle, like your skeleton, like your axial skeleton, the middle, and then your axial appendicular skeleton, which is like your appendages. That's like all the different career iterations. There's a metaphor for you. Anyways, my point here is, there's this funky belief, and I think it's all rooted in like when your fertility shuts off, right? So you got to do all the stuff in the beginning. But we're such a modern society now. In career, it's like, now I'm gonna be really politically correct. You guys should be proud. It's a little cringy though. The masculine energy loves to find purpose in supporting their family, meaning usually in a modern world that's a job, right? Like, I go to work, I make money, I support you, you're safe and secure. Back in the day, that was like, I have weapons, I am strong, I will help you. Feminine energy focuses around like nurturance, right? This is why we have these roles. People get so mad at gender roles. Like, why do moms have to stay at home and why do men have to go to work? Listen, you're letting money and currency get in the way of how you're viewing like intra-connected relationships. Just throw that bit out of the bag and then you won't care. I get it. Money is power, okay? It's a resource. Guess what? So is nurturance. You're just not valuing it. And when you don't value it, this is totally a tangent, but if you don't value nurturing as much as you value money, you're the one with the freaking problem. You're the one who's creating the divide. You're the one with the issue. Tell me I'm wrong, please. I understand that this might sound ignorant to some of you, but understand that your argument might sound ignorant to me. I don't think that men and women should be the same by any means. And I think we need to value them separately. And I don't care, like, to be crystal clear, feminine and masculine, when I say energy, I like literally mean it. You can be a female that identifies as male, vice versa, whatever energy you identify as, like, good for you. I still believe that there should be a gendered male and female role, and I think that they're very important, and I don't think that they should be the same. Now that tangent is off the board, let's continue talking about why you do not expire when you're 30 years old, and let me continue to make the case why you should live your life and almost like reinvent yourself every single decade, at least to like an eensy beensy degree, right? There's seasons of life, and you have purpose and drive to do things in every season of your life. And if you don't, struggle a little and you'll find it. There's this belief that, like, I don't know if it's a belief, right? I have a lot of friends actually, and a lot of people in my life who are like, just not motivated. Just not motivated. And I'm like, what? Motivated for what? I just, I don't know what I want to do. Yeah, I just don't know. They don't even know where to start. They don't even know where to start. They don't even know how to begin to want something because it's so far over here. It's just not motivated. No, you haven't struggled enough. You don't have enough passion. You don't give a shit enough. You don't care. Your life is too easy. You don't care. You want to see a bunch of people succeed? Watch them struggle as they climb out alive and win. That's really screwed up, but it's very true. Struggle often equates to success. You don't get the highs without the lows. That's how this thing works. Do you want a life like this? There's both styles. You can pick whichever one you want. Or like this. Most people probably want this one, huh? I don't want that one. I like this one. This is my style. With massive struggle comes massive success because you now have the emotion to fuel the resourcefulness, right? You now have that emotion that drives you and fills the gas tank to create resourcefulness, to get the resources, to do the thing, to change your life. You're never going to change your life. You're going to watch it coast, which is how most people live, period. This is how most people live. Numbed, out of touch, and watching their lives coast from 30 to 80. And some of them, they're going to get divorced somewhere between 25 and 50 because they're miserable and they stick it out for their kids, and then they're like, I'm free. And then they have this resurgence and this reliving of like almost like a pattern repeat of their 20s. And they have all this damage around it, but it's because they didn't struggle, and then they struggled in their marriage. You see what I'm doing here? And then watch them go. And then they get the resourcefulness, and then they get the resource, and then they change their life. If this is you, and we know this is how it works, struggle, emotion, resourcefulness, resource, changed life. I'm here. I want to be here. Find your struggle, package the emotions, fuel the gas tank, be resourceful, get the resources, change your life. Huh? What do you think? You can be 50, 80, 90, 110, 116, 17, 12. You will make it happen. I know people who struggled when they were 12 and they had nothing. I have heard stories. I haven't seen it. I've heard stories of children, literally children, who were basically tortured, okay? Just treated inhumanely, what I can't even describe. The resourcefulness that comes from a child that you wouldn't even think they would have the ability to do is insane. If a 4-year-old can do that, you sure as shit can. If you're sitting in your life today and you go back to your job after you've been all staying at home or whatever, or just after a vacay, and you're like, wow, I hate it here. Yeah, I definitely hate it here. It's the work in the job for me. If you don't like it, guess what? There's your struggle. You're going to struggle in that for a little while. Use your emotions. Don't damp them down. People do this all the time with substance, right? I'll tamp it down with a substance. I'm going to get high so I don't think about it. I'm going to drink alcohol so I can forget about it. I'm going to do crack, cocaine, so it's just completely off the plate. But what you're doing is you're feeling the struggle and you're squashing it, and it's keeping you right where you are. Again, for the people in the back. I'm struggling. I don't like my job. I'm going to use a substance or an outside force to damp and tamp down that feeling so I'm not ever going to feel the gas tank to become resourceful to change my life. Okay? There's a lot of ways you can argue substance abuse and things like that. I'm not even coming at it from like an abusive perspective. I'm literally saying you're using something to take the bad feelings of struggle and you're pushing it down so that you don't feel them. And then you are getting rid of the innate tool that you have as a human being to feel uncomfortable, to affect change. You're just keeping yourself at the freaking bottom or right, pretty low. You're down here. Why would you do that? Why are you doing that to yourself? Can we just get a pause? Could you just not? Can you just not? It'd be great. Just don't. It's not that easy because you don't feel struggle. You haven't felt struggle. So you're not going to change because you don't have any struggle to become resourceful to change your life, to get the resource to change your life, right? Some people never get enough struggle. They never do. If you want to change your life and you're numbing yourself with the substance, pay attention and take note, okay? Am I happy at my job? Am I happy with my lifestyle? Am I happy? Am I good? Am I fulfilled? Those are two different things, right? If the answer to that is no, let yourself feel uncomfortable. Oh my God, being uncomfortable, I love it. It's like a drug. Let that be your new drug. You know why? When you're uncomfortable, boom, change happens just like that. You will find a solution if you are uncomfortable. People don't like to be uncomfortable. Lean in, lean in, lean in. This is uncomfortable. Cool. Lean into it harder. It's your first tell, right? You want to change your life? Stop abusing substances. Stop squashing yourself down. Start feeling uncomfortable. Feel the pain. Feel the struggle. You will become very resourceful very quickly because you're in uncomfort and you don't want to be there. You're going to get the resource you need and you're going to change your life. This is going to happen for you. And the hardest part, you need to get out of your own way because you're going to be sitting there and you're going to be like, listen, I just smoke weed to go to sleep, or I just drink wine to calm down at the end of the day. Get real with yourself, sister. That's not what you're doing. You're squashing your feelings so that you don't have to feel uncomfortable, so that you stay exactly where you are. Congratulations. That's real, okay? If you don't take responsibility for that and you don't see where that's happening in your life, hello? You're never going to change. You're never going to change your life. If you're doing all that and you're exactly where you want to be, congratulations. You can smoke the weed and drink the beer and the wine and you're living a good life. There's a difference, right? If you're using something, this could be a medication too, to numb yourself. You're taking away the innate power of being uncomfortable. Being uncomfortable is one of the most powerful feelings in the entire world. It keeps us safe. It affects our nervous system. And that affects this guy. This guy, I don't know if you guys know, runs the whole show. He runs the whole freaking show. So you should listen to him. You know what I mean? Let him do his thing. Be uncomfortable. Take responsibility and change your freaking life. And you better bet there's going to be this point in your life when you're in the middle of everything changing, when the struggle is happening and you feel the bad emotions and you're filling that gas tank. When you're filling that gas tank and getting the resources, it feels bad. It's supposed to feel bad. You're going to look left and right and be like, I don't want to do this anymore. Keep going. Because going halfway and retreating still loses the war. Going all the way and continuing through, at least you have a chance. Do not cut off the ability to succeed before you have ever even tried. You're not trying yet if you're not using the resource to start to bargain. That's why it's hard. All the struggle and all this crap comes before. Struggle. I managed not to squash it down and damp it down with a substance. I don't like it. I feel uncomfortable. I'm becoming resourceful. I'm getting the resource. This is 3/4 of the process. This is where most people turn around. It's too hard. Forget it. It feels bad. I'm over it. It's felt bad for a year now. Over it. Can't handle it. I can't do this. They turn around. Excuse me, you are almost done. Take the resourcefulness, Get those resources, finish getting the resources, use the resource to change your life. That's the hard part, but it's the last step. As your life changes, more discomfort will happen. Buckle up, Buttercup. It will be worth it. It will be worth it. I repeat, continue and it will be worth it. Have the wherewithal to know when you have made a mistake. You can come 3/4 of the way and be like, never mind. If that's the right thing to do for yourself and you believe it in your heart of hearts, that's different, okay? But if you're giving up for the sheer sake of it's too hard, I don't want to feel uncomfortable anymore. It's been really hard and really uncomfortable and really shitty for a year or two, and I'm just over it, Great. Congratulations. You've won last place. You don't want that, okay? Have the courage to change your life. Be brave with your life. Feel uncomfortable. Yeah. Don't dampen down with a substance. Get resourceful because of the uncomfort and the discomfort, right? Uncomfort? I made a new word. You're welcome. Be uncomfortable. Get the resources. Change your life. Thank me later, okay? Do not turn around when you've run 3/4 of the race. Do not turn around when you've run 16ths of the race. Don't turn around. Finish what you started unless you're being an idiot finishing it. But most of the time people give up and they don't finish the race because they don't want to try. They're too tired. Buckle up. Let's do this. You've gone most of the way. I want to hear all about it. I wish you nothing but joy and good luck. That's a lie. I wish you nothing but struggle to get to the joy. Good luck now. All right, guys. It's been real. It's been cool. It's been real cool. It's Friday. We're going to have a good Friday. We're going to have a good time. I know I just bashed on celebratory things and how it's stamping you down, but if it's in the true spirit of celebration, you go do it. Have a great Friday. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye.